Today, Ross, we are at Laphroaig, Fèis 2025. We've snuck away to warehouse number 7. Lively atmosphere outside as always, plenty of music, plenty of crowds, lots of frivolity. Peaceful in here. How are you feeling about today?
I'm always glad to be in a warehouse, but I am slightly nervous, as I was last year with the Laphroaig special release. We had the Lore on the channel previously, and this year's special release is Lore Cask Strength. So we're really looking forward to trying it. I feel like I know what to anticipate.
It's going to be pretty big and mega and intense.
Exactly, but we've got the fantastic Teddy Joseph joining us, who's our global brand ambassador. Let's go and get him.
Let's bring him in.
Let's do it.
So Ross, we've snuck away from Laphroaig Day at Fèis 2025. We're here in the quite cool surroundings of warehouse number 7. Laphroaig, as somebody who struggles with smoky whiskey, kind of must give you nightmares.
Yeah, it's been known that Laphroaig absolutely kicks my butt. And until we were here last year, I spent some time with Barry, the old distillery manager. That's when my eyes were really opened. We're joined by a good friend and the global brand ambassador for Suntory, Teddy Joseph. Thank you for joining us, Teddy.
Not at all.
And you obviously love Laphroaig.
I do. Yeah, I do.
And your experiences with Laphroaig?
Yeah, really good. I think it's probably the most sort of unapologetic Islay single malt.
Yeah, it's iconic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Going into a bar all across the world and seeing that Laphroaig 10 in that back bar, and everybody has a story connected to it.
100%. And if I go into a bar and I don't see it, I'm a little bit like, oh,
What's going
why is
on?
it not there? It's so, like you say, it's iconic. And I have my own story. It's the first whiskey I ever tried.
Yeah.
When I moved to Scotland 20 years ago. And it was a shock to the system, to say the least, when I first tried it. I wasn't ready for it. But I worked my way back to learn to loving it, and now it's, you know, I'm a privilege to work for the brand now.
The liquids, the branding's great as well. Like, we've seen a lot of distillers who are not trying to reinvent themselves, but are almost trying to show a different side to them. Laphroaig knows what it is and knows what it isn't.
Yeah.
And I kind of love that consistency.
That green glass, white label, tall round is so iconic. In terms of the Fèis releases previously, you've tried quite a lot of them.
Yeah, so they do the Cairdeas series, which Teddy will tell us all about. Last year's one was right up my street. It was big sherry, 10 years old. It was a 50, low 50s%.
52 odd percent. It was the first Laphroaig I ever bought.
I remember last
genuinely
year you were
the first
saying,
Laphroaig I
oh my
ever
God,
bought.
I'm having this.
And so there's something I recognise in this bottle. I recognise Lore.
Yeah.
Because we've had Laphroaig Lore before on the channel, actually. So what is Laphroaig Lore, and what made the team to go with Laphroaig Lore Cask Strength this year?
So Lore came out in 2015. It was a homage to the past custodians of Laphroaig.
Yeah.
Lore meaning, you know, the transfer of knowledge through word of mouth.
Okay.
And that's what everyone did from the Johnston brothers in 1815 all the way up to 2015. And it was about keeping that consistency, that that pride and passion about making Laphroaig what it is, has been and always will be at that time. And so following on from Cairdeas release last year, the cask favourite, where we combined triple wood and PX cask, 2 fan favourites of the brand. We followed that with Lore this year for Fèis, a Cairdeas release, but this is cask strength.
Yeah. 59.6%.
Yes.
I'm a little intimidated, but also I'm excited to try it. We'll let you pour it for us, Teddy.
Yeah,
I'll let you grab the bottle.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. Thank you so much for sharing this with us, Teddy. Cheers to your health. So, Laphroaig Lore Cask Strength. Talk us through it.
So, following the same format and recipe as standard Lore, this is a combination of several different cask types. This is coming in just like the standard Lore non-age statement. So we're using some ex-bourbon casks in there, some older variety of bourbon casks, a bit younger, to let the classic salty, smoky, bold flavour of Laphroaig come through. We're using some quarter casks in there, some Oloroso sherry casks, and a touch of virgin oak in there as well.
Yeah, it's nice as well that you're not almost shackled by an age statement.
Yeah,
because we've tried a lot of, you know, obviously Islay single malt, and it can be so vibrant, so flavoursome at 3, 4, 5 years old. Obviously, by the time you get to, you know, late teens, it's almost a completely different thing. Some people like that mild characteristic, but you lose a bit of that character. With this, obviously, you've got the flexibility to do a bit of both.
Exactly. It's about flavour profile and like older doesn't mean better.
Yeah.
It just means more expensive, right?
100%.
And like you say, I've tried some fantastic young whiskies, and some not so much. Kind of
100%.
almost a bit that kind of missed
Disappointing
the
older
mark.
stuff,
Yeah, at
100%.
that age. Yeah.
So the nose is absolutely bloody massive. That's the only way I can describe it. That is so distinctively Laphroaig.
And that's what I love. It's it's bold. It's unmistakable. It's iconic in that aroma, that flavour profile.
What I would say is, because you get the spirit character of Laphroaig, I'm not getting the 59% spirit on the nose at all. It's really approachable in terms of it's not ethanol.
I'm glad you've noticed that, because I was trying this previously with some colleagues, and we got to a point where like, what's the ABV again? We were actually, we had to double check. It was that high, and we're like, it doesn't present like it's that high, which is can be quite, we do advocate responsible drinking, so you have to be mindful of those ABVs.
And also, you're just giving us the opportunity to add that bit of water and see how we like it.
100%.
That is lovely, actually.
How's the palate?
For me, it's that sort of TCP iodine thing you sometimes get Laphroaig is there. Obviously, the combination of cask types you use add a wee bit of extra depth, almost a bit more colour to it than perhaps something like Laphroaig Select or Laphroaig 10. It's just got a bit more vibrancy.
What I love
to it
about
for me.
this is the standard Lore coming at 48%. Typically, initially what we get for me on that is like lots of sweetness, dark cacao, a little bit of sweet spice, a little bit of chili coming through. This is a little bit more herbal and vegetal to start with, because of that higher ABV, so you get a little bit more barley notes, some grass, vegetal notes, maybe a little bit of thyme.
It coats the mouth. It's the viscosity of it is great, and maybe the strength that is bringing that, maybe those quarter casks. It is biscuity, savoury, and smoky. Quite interesting.
It's a great dram to
Having
have in a warehouse, I think. Really kind of warming.
I know, it's really bringing those flavours out of the walls, out of the casks, right into the glass.
That is lovely stuff. Does the nose change with a few drops?
I might need that a wee bit more. It's still overwhelming my sensitive little nose, I would say.
Obviously, we've got this big word, Cairdeas, on the label. For those new to Laphroaig, what does that mean? What's the story behind it?
It means, it translates from Scots Gaelic, meaning friendship.
Okay.
And it is an ode to our friends of Laphroaig, if you will. It's a global community that we have that's been established for 30 years now, since 1994, by then distillery manager Ian Henderson, and it was a way of reaching out and sharing the stories of Laphroaig and Islay with that fan base that we have, that's grown to now over 700,000 followers and rising.
That's massive.
I'm sure you've signed up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course.
That's massive. And then, so these releases are for the real fans of Laphroaig.
Yes.
These are people who loved perhaps the core releases, and you're able to experiment and give them something different.
Absolutely, and in the past we've reached out and asked their opinion on things as well. So what do they think about this? They've helped us name some of those expressions in the past. So it really is that love letter. In a sense, an ongoing love letter back and forth.
These are the people who are going to be buying it as well, so you want to make sure they're happy with it.
100%. And we have a very loyal fan base at Laphroaig, almost fanatical. It's a joy to watch the people that come to Fèis this time, and the love, the joy, the pleasure they get from interacting with the staff and trying the whiskey works produced.
That's it. It's a reward to come all the way over here to get to try these bottles and get to pick them up.
100%.
With a bit of water, much easier on the palate for my
a little bit sweeter,
definitely sweeter,
more salinity and saltiness
definitely
coming out.
less that kind of herbal savouriness, a little bit more coastal, fresher.
Quite Moorish as well. It's one of those drams you can go back to. Different elements coming out each time. Obviously, we're in the warehouse. Atmosphere is going to change that slightly, but bags of flavour, dead
Bags
complex.
of flavour, that lovely aromatic peat smoke for me comes after every sip, just comes from the back, rolls across the palate to the front, and there's just this lovely ever present there, for quite a long finish as well.
I'm glad it lives up to that series that you've been doing for the last few years, and I guess it's exactly what you would expect from a special version of Laphroaig. It is big, it's bold, it's out there, and it's still really unique. Thank you so much for sharing it with us, Teddy.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure.
Really
guys.
appreciate it.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Well, Ross, that is a wrap for Laphroaig Day for Fèis 2025. A massive dram, Laphroaig Lore Cask Strength.
Yeah.
Teddy, what a guy, and a great explanation.
I'm glad we had him to gently guide me through it, because that was a huge dram, and you know that I was already a little bit apprehensive.
Yeah, you needed your hand held a little bit.
Well, that's just the reality of whiskey sometimes, I guess. But yeah, great dram, great to be in a warehouse, and another fantastic Laphroaig Day.
Yeah, really, really fun. So that's today, done tomorrow. Where are we off to?
We're going to 2 locations. We're going to Bowmore and Ardnahoe. Really looking forward to that.
2 great distilleries, 2 great whiskies.
And should be quite different as well. If you enjoyed this video, let us know what you think about Laphroaig, and make sure to like and comment, and of course subscribe.
Cheers.